Alright, so we just had a Samsung event, Galaxy Unpacked April 2021, titled The Most Powerful Galaxy Ever. And we saw the announcement of 4 new Galaxy Books. The Galaxy Book Pro, the Galaxy Book Pro 360, the Galaxy Book, and the Galaxy Book Odyssey. So let's talk about them. So with the tagline of this event, which was the most powerful Galaxy Book ever, most of us were speculating that we would probably see a new addition to the Galaxy Book line, and that's exactly what we saw. So let's start from the top. Let's start with the Galaxy Book Pro and Pro 360. So these are the highest end Galaxy Books that were announced, and they are their own new category. We haven't seen Galaxy Book Pros before. And coming from Samsung, they have crazy good displays, and they both run on the Intel Evo platform. So I want to shift focus first off to the Pro 360. This is super thin and portable at just over 2 pounds. I think it's 1,042 grams, so about 2.2 pounds in weight, and it's only 11.5 millimeters thin. That's about as thin as the new iMac that was just announced. It's got a 360-degree hinge, thus the name, and it supports both 5G and Wi-Fi 6E. So Wi-Fi 6E, I guess, is becoming more common with Wi-Fi 6, but 5G, again, it's not really a huge point of interest. If you're going for this, I would definitely recommend that don't buy it because of 5G. But now let's talk about that display. So the Galaxy Book Pro and the Pro 360 come in 2 sizes, 13 inches or 15 inches. It's an eye care display, and I think it's supposed to be like 6.5% less blue light, or less than 6.5% blue light, or something like that. It's an AMOLED display, it's a touchscreen, and it supports the S Pen. It also has a 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. So this is going to be great for doing color accurate work and watching content. Also, the display does support the P3 color gamut. We've also got new speakers, sound by AKG obviously, but these speakers now support Dolby Atmos for a truly immersive experience. And the SmartThings app has also arrived on desktop. So basically this is Samsung's version of Find My. This is, how you find smart tags on your Galaxy devices and stuff. And that app has now come to the Galaxy Books. Great, I guess. We've also got a new second screen feature that supports, I think, only the Tab S7 and Tab S7 Plus. Sort of like Sidecar on macOS, I guess. And Samsung also introduced Smart Switch, which makes it easier to upgrade to a new Galaxy Book from an old laptop. But moving on to the juicier content, we've got some bold battery life claims from Samsung. They're claiming up to 20 hours of battery life on the Pro 360, and I think 8 hours of battery life off a 30-minute charge. Now again, I think I mentioned this in my Surface Laptop video. Manufacturers' claims aren't always what turns out to be true, so if they're claiming 20 hours, then I'd expect around 12 to 13 hours of actual battery use. Also, given the situation, obviously, with the virtual calls that we're all doing today, Samsung has added something new called Studio Mode, where it'll start to cancel out background noise in your calls. And there's also a new function key on the keyboard itself that can turn off your camera and mic. We also have a larger trackpad on this Galaxy Book, as well as fingerprint biometric authentication. Moving on to the ports, we have 2 USB-C ports, 1 Thunderbolt 4 port, a headphone jack, and the beloved micro SD card slot. And what strikes me as odd, and this is not in the script, I'm just thinking of this right now, but you got micro SD card slots on the Galaxy Book, and I think you can actually expand storage with them, but you don't have them on the phones? That's kind of funny. But then again, on the phones you do get way more storage options, because the Pro 360, you only have one option, and that's 512 gigs of storage. And onto the specs, you've got 2 options for processors, either an 11th gen i5 or an 11th gen i7. Both have Iris Xe graphics, which is actually better now. I guess these chips are actually good, and they're all on the Evo platform. And the Galaxy Book Pro is largely similar, except for a couple differences. So it is a bit thinner and lighter. Actually, I should say more than a bit. It's only 868 grams in weight, which is 1.9 pounds. That is crazy light. and it's 11.2 millimeters thin. And on top of that, this is, keep in mind that it does have an HDMI port, a full-size HDMI. I don't think it has the weird thing where like the port opens up with that flap sort of thing that some laptops have for the Ethernet jack. It's got a full-size HDMI, and it literally takes up the entire height of the laptop. Galaxy Book Pro also claims a bit higher battery life at 21 hours, and it is saying that a 30-minute charge can lead to 9 hours of battery use. Also, it does have a new power brick that's much smaller. It's, they say, 52% smaller and 33% lighter, I guess, than the previous power brick that was in the other Galaxy books. And as for the ports, you get one USB-C port, one Thunderbolt 4 port, one HDMI, one microSD card slot, and one headphone jack. As for the specs, it is the same options as the Pro 360. And also, one quick thing, this does not have a touchscreen or S Pen support. So this is just a regular, albeit very thin and light laptop. Aside from what I just mentioned, everything between this and the Pro 360 are the same. So the Galaxy Book Pro starts off at $1,000 for 256 gigs of storage, an i5, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 13-inch display. Whereas the Galaxy Book Pro 360 starts at $1,200. But anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, thank you so much for making it until this point in the video. Let me know what your favorite Galaxy book that was announced was down in the comments below. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.